Hello and welcome to the part 17 of this video series. In this video, we are going to learn about methods. I have opened up my Visual Studio. To create a method, first I have to create a class. I will right click on my project. I will select add, and from there I can select the class option. It will give me a lot of options. I will select the first one that says class. I will give it a name. Let me say demo. And it will create the demo class for us. For now, I can remove the using statements. I will change the internal to public. Don't worry, we will learn about what is public and what is internal, and we will learn all other access modifiers in the future videos. We will also see what is a namespace. To create a method, basically first we need to specify a access modifier, and then we need to provide a return type, and we need to provide a method name, and methods will take some parameters. After that, we need to put our curly braces, and within those two curly braces, we need to put our method body. So let's see this in action, how we can create it in Visual Studio. So I have to specify an access modifier. Let me say public, because we want this method to be accessible everywhere. After declaring the public, I need to specify the return type of the method. Return type basically mean what type of data this method will return. It can be integer, string, or any other type also. But for now, let's create a method that will not return anything. For that, we can use the keyword void. Void means nothing. This method will not return anything. Then we have to specify the method name. Let me say method 1. Within these two brackets, we need to specify the parameters. Parameters are optional. Method can take some parameters or they may not take any parameter. So for now, let's create a method without any parameters. I will put my curly braces. Once it is done, the method is ready. Method body is also optional. We may or may not provide the method body, but practically speaking, we have to provide a method body to make it functional. So let's go ahead and add some line of code in our method body. I will write console write line. Hello world from a new method. Okay, so our method is ready now. We have created this method in demo class. So let's see how we can run this method. I am back to my program.cs class. In this class, if I want to access a method which is available in demo class, I need to create an object of that class, or we can say we have to create an instance of that class. To create an instance of a class, I have to specify the class name. For this example, the class name will be demo. If you notice here, when I entered the class name demo here, it has automatically injected a namespace which is demo underscore string. If you notice here, the namespace which we have mentioned here, that is also demo underscore string. So this class is present inside the namespace demo underscore string. So that's why if we have to access this class, we have to make use of that namespace. Don't worry if you don't know about namespaces. In the future video, we will learn about namespaces also. So I'm using the namespace demo underscore string, and now I can access demo class. I will create the instance. I will name the instance demo, or let's say D. I will use a new keyword and I will specify the class name again. So what is happening here? We are creating an object of demo class and the instance name is D. So now we can use D instance to call our method. I can say D dot method 1. Okay, so this is how we can invoke our method. We have declared our method in demo class, and in program.cs class we have created an object of demo class and accessing that method using D dot method name. Let me run this program and see what will happen. Now you can see we are getting the message hello world from a new method because we have invoked the method 1 And method 1 is doing nothing, but it is writing a line on the console, hello from a new method. Now let's create a method that will print the even numbers on console. I will name the method as print even numbers. And now let me declare a variable int max equal to 50. And I will use a for loop here for int I equal to 0, I is less than max, I plus plus. So I am iterating the loop from 0 to 50, and we will be printing the even numbers. So inside the method I can check if I modulo 2 equal to 0, then go ahead and print that number. So we are checking if the number is even, then we will print the message. Let me go ahead and invoke this method in my program class. I will again create an object of my class, demo d equal to new demo, and I can use d dot print even numbers. Okay, let me run this program now. So you can see here it has printed all the even numbers from 0 to 50. Now let's say the requirement is we want to print the even numbers till 100 or maybe till 1000. How we can manage that? We can make use of parameters. Let me show you how. I can, instead of declaring the variable at line number 7 and setting it to 50 here, what I can do, I can pass this as a parameter. I can say int max, and I can remove the code from here. And now I can pass that variable int max when I'm invoking that method. So I can pass the number at line number 6 because here I'm invoking this method. If you see here, we are getting an error here because currently we are not passing the parameter which is expected at the method. Let's read this error message. What it says: there is no argument given that corresponds to the required parameter max of demo.print even numbers. It says the parameter max is expected, but we have not passed that. So let's go ahead and pass that parameter. Let me pass that parameter as 100. Now you can see the error is gone. And if I go ahead and run the program, now it will print the even numbers till 100. So it makes our code more flexible. If I want to print the even numbers till 73, I can pass that also. Now it will print the even numbers till 73, 0 to 72. Okay, so this is how you can make use of method parameters. Now let's discuss the static and instance method. If you see here, when we are invoking the print even numbers, we have to create a object of that class, and then only we are able to invoke that method. Let's say what will happen if I remove this d dot. It will say name print even method does not exist in the current context because it is not aware where we have the even number method. That's why we have to use the object and then call this method. These type of methods are known as instance method because we have to create the instance and then only we can invoke the method. The second type of methods are called static methods, for which we can use a static keyword, public static. To invoke these methods, we can use directly the class name demo.print even numbers, and then I can pass my parameter 100. Because the method is static, we don't have to create the instance of the class. We can directly use the class name, and using the dot operator, we can call the print even number method. If I go ahead and run the program, it will print the even numbers from 0 to 100. So guys, that's the difference between a static and an instance method. Instance methods, we have to invoke by using the instance or the object of the class, and to invoke the static methods, we can directly use the class name and call the method. One more thing I want to explain here is whatever we are writing in program.cs class, that is actually the part of the main method. In C#, we have a main method that is basically the entry point of the execution. So whenever the application will run, it will search for the main method and then it will execute that main method, and all the execution will start from there. To prove that program.cs is nothing but the main method, we can use the reflection and see which method we are calling. To check which method we are currently running, we can use system dot reflection dot method base dot get current method dot name. So this basically will give us the method name which we are currently executing. I can store it in a variable string space name equal to, and I can go ahead and print this. If I run this program, you can see we are getting the main here because whatever we are writing in the program.cs class belongs to the main method. That's it for this video, guys. In the next video, we will learn more about method parameters.